Let me call up Moinuddin Chowdhury. What is the energy, guys? Moinuddin Chowdhury. Again, one more time. Okay, here you go. Here you go, sir.
The mic can be hard. Oh, I felt it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Thank you very much. Let me start with a story, very simple story, a very old story. Probably many of you already know. You know Barack Obama? All right. Well, Barack Obama was visiting Japan. And the Japanese Prime Minister had to communicate with Barack Obama. And they needed someone to train the Prime Minister how to communicate with Barack Obama in English. So I was hired. Is it good news? Give me a big hand. Thank you. So I was very happy. I reached Tokyo, met the Prime Minister, and I tried heart and soul, tried in every way to teach him English so that he can communicate Barack Obama. But there was a huge gap. I didn't know Japanese. And after a few days, I came up with an idea how I can make this happen. So I told the Honorable Prime Minister, you have to use 2 sentences. I said, okay, what are the sentences? The first sentence, when you see Barack Obama, how are you? Okay. And then, well, in response to that, Barack Obama will say, fine, thank you. And naturally, he'll say, how about you? Or how are you, Honorable Prime Minister? Then you only say, me too. How many sentences? The first one. And the second one. Oh, I was so happy. We worked together only for these 2 sentences. And the red letter day arrived. The Air Force, you know what Air Force is? What is it? Yes. Air Force is a special plane used by the President of the United States. Barack Obama landed. And of course, the Japanese Prime Minister, along with his foreign delegates, I was very close by the Prime Minister to make sure that he, goes with the right English and the right approach. So the moment the Prime Minister saw Barack Obama, I just looked at him, what he says. And the Prime Minister says, who are you? Instead of, right. And, well, it was a pin drop silence. Barack Obama looked around. And, Americans are so humorous. They have very good sense of humor. And he looked at Michelle Obama and said, I am the husband of Michelle Obama. And you know the second sentence coming out of the Prime Minister of Japan. And he says, me too. Of course, it's a joke, right? Did you like the joke? Big hand for Kazi IT. And thank you very much. My name is Moinuddin Chowdhury. People call me Moin, and you can call me Mr. Moin or Moin Bhai to make it easier the way my mentor Kazi Bhai said to you. I'm here to talk about, based on my experience, I have been teaching English for the last 15 years at different levels. And I will share some ideas. The first thing, why English? And how we can improve our English proficiency. You want to know that? Yes or no? All right, you have the energy. So let's start with why English first, very fast, so that we have the motivation to know how we can improve our English with the passage of time and why we need it. So I have listed some reasons. Okay, so let me go along with this. There are about 6,800 or probably 900 languages around the globe. And it turns out that out of the whole population, and do you have any idea total number of population at the moment in the world? Right, it's almost 7.8 plus or 8 billion. And out of which we have, again, I think I have to deal with this. Thank you. Oh, sure. So kind of you. Thank you, Kazi Bhai. Big hand for Kazi Bhai for helping me out. Thank you. Interesting. 300 plus million native speakers and 1.8 plus billion, that includes 300 million native speakers of English. Now, it's called can you read it? It's lingua franca. It means most widely used language, right? So this is number one reason why we should know about improving this particular language. Kazi Bhai, can you just press the, okay. Can you see these two logos? Can you recognize? Probably nobody. Raise your hands if nobody knows these two logos. Well, you always go for Google Mama whenever you have the assignment and any trouble with the statistics. Harvard University and Google conducted a research in 2010, and now what? They came up with the result, and they said the largest vocabulary the language has is which language? English. And it is growing by several thousand each year. So that's why English has become a very comfortable language around the globe for people to communicate. And it is considered to be one of the easiest languages on earth. Now, the next one is half of the business deals, probably more, are done in English. And you talk about research, papers. Yes, 2/3 of papers written, communicated in English. The last reason What is it? Nobody knows how to email? Raise your hands if there is anyone. You don't know how to, oh my God, now putting your hands back. How many of you know how to email? Right. So what language mostly you use in communication when you use email? How many of you use English? Raise your hands. And look at the percentage. 70% plus. What I'm saying, probably the users are growing the moment I am using these statistics. So, do you think these are the 5 reasons out of many can give you the right motivation to improve your English continuously? Yes? And remember, it's a language. And when it is language, it's a lifelong learning. What is it? It's a lifelong learning. It's not like you just buy a capsule and you start speaking English. It's not like that. So you have to have a plan, so many other things to include, and gradually, step by step, you improve your skills. So it's a lifelong process. What process is it? It's a lifelong process. So please don't get demotivated or feel, I'm sorry, I can't use English. I don't know how to use English. I don't know how to improve English. There are many. So we'll find out how. But on top of all this, why are you here? For a career at Kazi IT? Yes or no? And number one, which I came across when I was reading different newspapers, when Mike Kazibai was giving his interview, you are here to recruit so many people, but what is the benchmark? What is the first thing a candidate should have for, can you just, blank kore den na, blank kore den. Blank. So, sorry, just for a pause for the technological aspect. So the first thing you need is a standard level of proficiency in English. So English is a must. You should have a certain standard so that you can face your interview or test to pass on. Is it only Kazi IT? Kazi Bhai was telling me this morning, it's not only Kazi IT. Wherever you go, it's English. And I call it a language of world economy. Do you agree? It's the language of world economy. You want to enrich your life, you want to empower yourself, the first thing you need is how proficiently, fluently, you can use this language. And when you can use this language, you can go anywhere you want. So, I don't know, is it blank? Okay. Very good. Okay, the first secret, I always tell my students, you should have is your confidence. Raise your hands, how many of you feel that you are confident to use English? Very good. Many of you. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Now be very truthful. How many of you feel that you really can use English very confidently? Very good. I like the numbers. But there are many who truthfully did not raise their hands, and it's because of the level of confidence. The first secret, probably to everything, but I found out personally, based on my professional experience, is that your level of confidence. You feel confident and you think you can, then say to yourself, I can learn English and I can use it effectively. Can you say that? Say that louder. Read the sentence and tell me. Now, as Kazibai showed a slide where I adopt this, saying this sentence repeatedly will not help you in the long run. What you need is supporting your statement with your inner motivation. Look for some reasons. We talked about 5 or 6 reasons earlier, right? Now think how this learning will bring impact in your life. Will it change your life, the way you are leading your life? Will it make your life better, more resourceful, more comfortable? Yes or no? And always you come across or face some challenges. Merely saying this will not make you fluent or proficient in English. You will face different obstacles. You will feel the heat from time to time. And that particular moment, what do you have to do? You have to believe in. When I will say believe in, you'll say myself, okay? Believe in. Say again, believe in. Thank you. So believing in yourself is the first key, the secret to improve your English. Oh, there you go. Thank you, the control panel. The secret 2 is, can you see the word, the plan you heard so many times, right? How many of you, before reaching this stage of English proficiency, plan, from tomorrow I will learn this and that, and after 30 days, I will become fluent and proficient in English? How many of you planned like this? Raise your hands. Good planners. Okay. Now, let me tell you, well, we know the meaning of the word plan in Bangla, right? What is the word? Porikalpana. And if you remove the word, the first part of the word, pori, what do you have? That's called imagination. And if you remove the second part of the word, kalpana, you have pori, right? Either you have pori or kalpana. And when it happens, when you plan, the plan you had fails. Yes or no? I want to learn English, I want to learn English. And you have everything in order. Probably you were busy with something, you had guests, you had extra work pressure, and say, oh, I'll do it later. Then 1 month, 2 months pass by. And you didn't bother for English because you thought, what would I do with English? How many of you face this experience? Raise your hands. Honestly, thank you. Big hand for these truthful people, please. Many of you don't know, I should not raise my hands. Well, I know how good English I can say, but these are the people who are really truthful. Thank you for your confession. Right. And at that time, you have to remember these 2 particular things. Perseverance. Doing things again and again. Right? Remember, we all know that Rome was not I'm sorry. Exactly. Your proficiency, your skill will never be built in a day. It takes time. Your brain cell will store piece by piece information, and you need a lot of practice. This is what I said before. What process I talked about? Life. It's a lifelong process. Like other skills, we learn it continuously because we have new vocabulary, we have new structure, we have new accent to come across. Yes or no? Right. So remember, you have to be perseverant, consistent, because you have to believe in yourself that one day you can face probably more than this crowd and probably talk to them much better than what I am doing right now. Do you want to do that? Big hand for yourself. Celebrate your success right now. Thank you. Feel that you can do that. I was not born in England. I was not born in United States. I came from a very, I was educated outside Dhaka. I'm not from Cadet College. Right. My family was not very well off. But I had one mission that I want to learn English and I want to use it so that I can feel empowered. I can enrich my lifestyle. And I had to face so many obstacles. The person you're seeing in front of you is the product of 45 years. It didn't happen in the twinkling of an eye. You blink your eyes and you saw Mr. Moin standing before you and talking to you in English. Did it? Yes or no? Exactly. So probably it was the time when we had no internet. The only place where we could find books was Nilkhet. And I didn't know which book was the right book for me. We didn't have that speed of photocopying machine. Get it photocopied, scan it, email it, no. But I continued my effort. And Alhamdulillah, I'm standing in front of you. I'm so happy, grateful to Almighty Allah. Thanks to Qazi Bhai and Qazi IT for giving me this opportunity to talk to you, to talk to someone, people who will lead the country in near future. Thank you. So let's move on to the third secret. Now you have the plan, you have the confidence. What is the next step then? What do? You have the methodical plan. Are you confident? Say a bit louder. Are you confident? Very good. You have your methodical plan. Not like Puri or Kalpana. You have real plan, right? Now what is next? Now you have to start from somewhere, right? A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Where to start? Now start with, if even one person doesn't know how to use English fluently or proficiently, in Bangladesh, we at least remain in touch with English for 12 years. Yes or no? In our education career, from class 1 up to HSC level, find out something you already know. You already know alphabets. You already know some words in English, essential words you can use in your daily life. So start from known topic. It can be tense, it can be article, it can be the use of preposition. I have listed the topics a person must know after 12 years of education in Bangladesh to improve his or her English skill. You know how many items are there? How many topics are there? Guess? Yes, only one hand. Can you tell me? How many items you should know to improve your English further down the line? Okay. No, I just know the number of topics. Yes, yes. 7. Is it because of my 7 secrets? 7 topics? Yes. Well, those are actually soft skills thing. I want to know the topic to improve your English. Actually, thank you. Thank you very much. Someone who says 7, big hand for him. Big hand. It's actually seven topics. You can make note of it if you want. Tense, one topic. Now you can say there are 12 tenses. So for the last 12 years, for each year, you didn't learn one tense. You want me to believe it? Because you neglected it. Now get focused. So tense, use of article, modals, narration or reporting speech, conditionals. There are some sentences with if, right? I will get back to voice later. And what else? Have I covered preposition? Right. Use of preposition. And some specific rules and different structure. There are exceptional rules, but which is very actually rare in English. We always say that English is a rule-dependent language. If you know the rule, you can know the rest very well. So let me move on to the secret 4. You know what? If you have confidence with the known topic, you feel more confident. Yes? What happens when you get the tick mark, the smiley face by your teacher? How do you feel? Good or bad? Right. And that gives you more confidence, right? You feel upbeat. You feel, oh my God, I can do the next part of this challenge. So you go on with. That's the reason you should always start with the known topic, not the unknown. And when you have the known topic, practice, feel better, and then you unplug or plug or play the known part or unknown part. So that's the connectivity from known to unknown. When you have the expertise in known part, you feel confident. And gradually, you move on to the unknown part. You see? So what process is it I'm repeating? Is it life? It's a lifelong learning. So don't get demotivated or frustrated. It's a lifelong learning process. So you start today, you gradually move on to the future. All right. Control panel, can I move on to the next slide? Yes. Most of the time when we have a plan, we become so obsessed with the planning. And probably sometimes we get lost. And when we get lost, we get direction off track. And we cannot keep track of what we are learning. So what will you do? Break it down, piece by piece, one by one. And how will you do it? 1, 2 topic, one by one. Right? So what will you start with before this stage? With known or unknown topic? Known topic. You already know, and that gives you a feeling that you are confident. You can learn the next topic. Right? So when you start with the known topic, it gives you confidence, and that confidence gives you the opportunity to move on. And when you have the planning, now some people ask me, why would you break down the plan at 4, secret 4? Why not after a methodical plan? I allow my learners to have some time, whether you have the Puri and Kalpana syndrome. You are consistent or you are inconsistent. You really want to improve your English or you don't want. You Do you consider this language a language of world economy or not? So that is the mindset you have, and you gradually come to Secret 4, and now it is time. I had to break it down into pieces, right? So you choose your topic, and one by one, every day, daily, piece by piece, feel I'm doing better day by day in every way. Say with me, day by day, in every way, I am doing better and better. I'm sorry, that's not the way you feel better. Say again, day by day, every day, I am doing better and better in every way. Congratulations. Big hand for all of you. Thank you. Control panel, move on to the 5. I'm sorry. Yes. When it comes to the question of learning any language, there are 4 skills. That's the scientific part. And you already know what those 4 skills are. What are the 4 skills? Listening, speaking, reading, and then writing. Now, you should focus on the particular skill you want to improve. In KZIT, we need the writing skill more. We need all 4 skills together, but there is always a priority of a particular skill. For a professional, it's always the writing skill first, right? But suppose you have much more interaction with people face to face and you have to use English. So which skill will? Is speaking and listening at the same time. You have to listen to people, other people, and then you have to speak, right? So listening and speaking. And I don't have to tell you more about how to improve listening. You listen to so many things nowadays, right? What do you listen? You can listen to English movies. You have no time. You can use YouTube, download it, and watch it later with subtitle. Even if you don't understand, I want to do this. What does I wanna means, right? Probably for different accents, you can go for the subtitle. How many of you watch English movies to improve your? Yeah, I can see less hands. All right. Other people are following the the trend, right? So when you watch a movie, it's in English with subtitle. These 4 skills work in your mind process. Yes or no? Right. Because you speak to yourself, don't you? Huh? The heroine is so beautiful, right? I hate this villain, right? And you also look at the title you read, and gradually you use 4 skills at the same time. So focus on one particular specific skill. Okay. So the next secret we have is congenial atmosphere. Congenial atmosphere means you should feel, comfortable when you make attempt to improve your English. There are many resources. If you say free resources, you can go to YouTube, you can use Facebook, where nobody is going to mark you. Yes or no? Right? So when you interact with people in Facebook, nobody is going to mark you whether your English is correct or not. Now somebody will say, well, is this the right practice? I make mistakes, so who is going to correct those? I always say one thing. Fluency fast, accuracy later. Accuracy comes later. But you start with fluency and automatically you get accuracy. So you can correct later. One of the resources I found very useful, especially for Kazi IT, is Voice of America Learning English. They have 1-minute video. How many of you watch this? Yes, wonderful. In so interesting ways. So you can watch those videos and enjoy videos and learn gradually how to use English. So that is number 6. So moving on to the control panel, secret 7. Now, at certain stage, you might need professional help. Well, I want to improve English, but probably for much betterment. I want to know more. I want to be more proficient in this particular language. And definitely you have to choose the right organization, the right trainer. Please check their background, whether that organization is focused on dealing with English, or the trainer is not only a student, but someone who is expert, who can help you with the right direction. So you have cardiovascular problem. Will you go to a doctor with medicine in specialty? No. So you'll go to cardiologist. So that is the reason you should always go for the right person who can help you with. Now, as I started with a story, I want to conclude my speech with another story. Are you interested? Sure? All right. So, my Kazi of Kazi IT all on a sudden decided that he would start an operation of his organization in Istanbul. You know where it is? Turkey, yes. How many of you watch Sultan Suleiman? I'm sorry. All right. A lot of people probably know where Turkey is. So, 2,000 applications with CV arrived. So, my Kazi asked my big brother Kazi Bhai to sort it out. And Kazi Bhai, along with the HR team, came up with 2,000 out of 2,000, 1,000 CVs. Okay? And full of candidates, my Kazi along with the advisor Kazi, my Kazi said, listen, people who do not have, website skill can leave the room. And when he said that, 50% left the room. So what is the number now? 500. Very good. And then our Kazi-bhai, the learning advisor, said, look, people who do not have network skill can leave the room. Now, 250 left the room. Now, what is the remaining number? 250, right. So there was a man from Bangladesh who was saying, I have nothing to lose if I don't know, website designing. I will learn it. And then after the second question with the networking, he'll say, I will attend some training programs. I will learn it. Now, Mike Kazibai said, now people who do not have the right, typing speed or proper understanding of graphic user interface can leave the room. Now, out of 250, 200 people left the room. What is the remaining number? That gentleman from Bangladesh says to himself, well, learning typing or, I will attend some training someday and learn it. And what's the big deal? I have nothing to lose. The last question Mike Kazibai came up with said, look, gentlemen, if there is anyone who does not know Turkish can leave the room. Now 48 people left the room. Now how many people are remaining? Right. Then two Qazi Bhais say, gentlemen, congratulations. Now we're going to start our interview. Now Mr. Qazi, the learning advisor, will give you the first assignment. And then Qazi Bhai said, gentlemen, so let's start our interview. So could you please start speaking or introducing each other in Turkish? And both at the same time said, Bhai, bhalo asun. So what is the moral of the story? Please, you have to act now, because if you fail to prepare, you are prepared to fail. So please act now. Learning English, like other skill, is a lifelong process. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you very much.